The Ramble Football Club is proudly sponsored by Glasby Pallets, offering a one-stop solution for all of your pallet needs. Get in touch now on 01709 585 646 to discuss your pallet requirements. And thank you again to Sonny and the team for their continued support of Ramble FC. What is happening, people, and welcome back to... I'm going to stay behind the Ramble then. It's not the Blades Ramble, Ramble Football Club. We have got that many things going on at the minute. I cannot keep up with myself. How are you all? Hope you're all very well. What I have to say is, well, I know it's not got all the bells and whistles that our usual stuff has on Blades Ramble and stuff like that. And sometimes when we're doing watch-alongs on here, but I do love returning to this sort of style of show because it's so straightforward to do. Even I can't mess it up, surely. Well, I've jinxed it now, and I but tonight, welcome to Football Therapy. We are talking about who, in your opinion, is the best player at each championship club. So we're going to go through them alphabetically, get your lists ready, and I'm going to show you. I haven't really revealed to the lads how we're going to quite do this. They've both done the lists. There's no man mountain tonight, but let's get them in. My co-hosts. First up, it's the man on the mic, Jordan Motson.
Jordan Motson, the man on the mic, painting the match with a sound so right. Sheffield's pride, every fan can see. He's the voice of the Blades, their melody.
Geordie boy, how's it going, pal?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Not bad, thank you. We've just had 2 minutes before we came on stream. You said you just finished work about 20 minutes ago. So how are we feeling? We up and ready for this?
Always born ready, mate. Born ready.
Born ready. Love that. So honest. Well, in fact, I'm going to ask you that when our next guest comes in. He's bald. He's brilliant. It's Ali.
Bold and brilliant, that's Ali. Knows the pitch like the back of his knee. No need for hair, he's got strategy. Football genius, yeah. That's Bally.
That is a banger, that is an absolute banger. How's it going, Lee?
Good, mate. Cheers. I just found myself tapping my foot to it for the first time. So, what's gone wrong? What's gone wrong?
Can I request that whatever mood you're in, you always answer brilliant? Is that okay?
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Even better, because I've been to Leicester to our headquarters today, and I felt really smug.
Love that. Right, lads. Okay, so thank you for joining me tonight. You obviously know the topic. We've thought about it. You've done your research. I say you've done your research because we're going to mix it up a little bit tonight. A little bit. Man Mountain is unavailable this evening, as we're aware. Very sad. Apologies to all the housewives that have tuned in and have to look at our mugs instead of Paul the Man Mountain. But we're always looking at obviously new subjects to talk about and new topics to discuss, but we never want to do it in the same way. I'd always like to keep it fresh and keep it so like we could have all done our lists, and originally what the plan was, all four of us would come with a list, and now it's all three of us will come with a list, and you and Lee might name the same player, Jordan, I'll name another, and then we'll have two of you that will put a graphic up that says two of you name this player as best one, two, blah blah blah. The interesting way that I think we should do it is, well, the way we're going to do it, because I haven't done my own list, is you are going to argue against each other for who is the best player at each club. And you're going to tell me why. I'll tell you now, you've already agreed on some of them, but I will decide. I'll be the deciding factor. And the comments will obviously have their say as well, people in the comments, as to who wins in each thing. I'm not going to take notes. Well, I can try and take some scores if you want, if we want to try and be professional about it. So first up, how do we feel about that, by the way? Is that all right? Are you both all right with that?
I might have picked some different players, to be honest, if I knew it were a competition.
Well, I think some would speculate that you may have just looked at average ratings across the season, lads, and picked some of these players out. Jordan, wry smile from you there. Right, okay. And Leah, I'm not questioning you, mate. I'm not questioning you. So, right, let's get into it then. First up, it is Birmingham City Football Club. So, who are we saying for the American Birmingham Crusaders? Who are we saying, Jord? Who's your pick for their best player this season?
I've gone for Christoph Clara.
Christoph Clara. Tell me a little bit about Christoph Clara.
Centre back. He's played 18 games this season. He's only had 5 performances that have been below a 7 rating. He's got a 7.33 rating. This is with FotMob at the moment, and he's scored 1 goal. So he's a solid centre back. He's played all 18 games. He's ever present, and he's a big lad at back that is putting a consistent performance in every week.
If I went to FotMob and typed in every team, and I did it by average rating, would I get your list?
No, because I picked some different players. I was going through it, and there's some where you could just pick, to be honest, you could just pick striker after striker because they're top rating. So it took me about an hour last night. It took me an hour. I was searching through it, writing it all down and having a good, thorough look through.
To be fair,
I've got some good picks. I mean, it didn't take you an hour, did it, Jimmy, to get your picks in?
It took me longer than an hour, actually, pal, to put all these pictures together. So, yes, there you go. I thought I'm not doing a list after this because I just have to add more names and stuff like that. So, Christoph Clara, I think, is a great shout because I think were Birmingham the opening game of the season. I'm pretty sure I saw him very early on, centre half for Birmingham. Did he come in on a free or quite low money? I'm not sure, but
I didn't search. I didn't search.
It looks a snip anyway, whatever they got him for, and it looks a real rock at the back. Coming in straight, named captain straight away, says what they think of him. And yeah, I don't think that's a bad shout at all, pal. I think he's a really good player at the level and one of Birmingham's better players. Yeah. Lee, who are you going for, mate?
I'm going for Jay Stansfield.
Jay Stansfield. I know it's not really Birmingham related, but do you want to touch on the story about Jay Stansfield? Because I think you know
about his dad. Yeah, his dad. It were Exeter City, weren't it? So his dad were a player at Exeter City. Unfortunately, passed away with cancer. His son went on loan. Was it from Norwich? Somebody like that. To
Fulham, I think.
Exeter City. Fulham. Yeah, it was Fulham. Yeah, to Exeter City, and they gave him his dad's number, which they'd retired, the number 9. Went there, scored some goals at Exeter City, and his career moved on from there. Whereas for about 10 million did he move to Birmingham for?
10 or 12. Yeah. It's an incredible story, and I love that. I mean the post Exeter chapter is just based purely on his ability, and that's absolutely great, and that's like any other well-deserving football player and all that sort of thing. But the touching thing about that move back to Exeter was that they unretired the number so that Jay could wear it. It wasn't just a token gesture in the end, because he went and scored a load of goals for him as well, like his dad had done previously, Charlie Stansfield, I think it was. So brilliant story. So first up, let me just check the comments. We've got what's his name? What's your lad's name? Clara versus Jay Stansfield. So I'll just see what people are saying in the comments about theirs, because I'm conscious I haven't read any comments yet. Dave Morwood starts us off. S6 Charles won't put missing man. He can't go for Bannon. So West Brom is going for Price. Swansea Galbraith, QPR chair off the top of my head. Susan says, hi, Jimmy. Good to see you again. Up the Blades. Good to see you too, Susan. Thank you for joining us on Hot Topic this week. Thought you were fantastic again. Mark Meldrew. Hi, lads. Forget 10K. More like 50K once I've chucked a few ratings in. Just hope the subs go up the Blades, up the Ramble, up the... what have I even called it? Marked by Meldrew. That's it. Up the -2, up the +6. He's going
Radio
for
Sheffield's own Mark Meldrew.
That is Radio Sheffield's own. Yeah, I'm so fortunate that he's agreed to participate in some stuff for the channel. So
big signing on fee, weren't it?
You what, mate?
Big signing on fee.
It always is, isn't it? With these
50p and a blood orange.
Big stars, yeah. And the rest. He's going for loser at Watford, Fatu at Leicester, Philogene at Ipswich, just to name a few. Look, can we wait till we get to the teams, please? Shall we wait till we get to the teams to name these? These intros never fail to make me smile. Oh, well, keep your eyes peeled, Mark. There might be some more intros to come. Went with Clara myself, says Mark. Lou Walker, Batman, says Nice St. Pauli shirt there, Lee. Very football hipster. Brum's best player for me is Jay Stansfield. Goals, assists, work rate, their most important player. He's their Callum O'Hare. Ian is trolling in the comments, which is disappointing to see since he's a mod. Jack Robinson all day long, he says. Record League One transfer fee for Jay Stansfield.
Yeah. Probably never get beat again.
We do have Stokes, Jimmy. We do have Stokes.
Stokes Radio, about BBC
Oh,
Radio.
yes. Apologies. Yes. Sorry, that's right, Bri. Thank you.
Good job, one is clicked on, isn't
Good, mate. This is just my head's all over the shop at minute. So we're going with it's Christoph Clara against Jay Stansfield, and I am pipping for Jay Stansfield. And Jord is right here to a degree that it does swing a little bit towards strikers. It's hard not to because of his goal contributions this season. I think he's got 7 in 16 or something like that. And another 3
8 goals, 3 assists.
There you go.
In the championship alone.
And he's worth £12 million. You'd expect him to be putting ball back. And then wouldn't you? If you're getting a defender on a free or a small fee, they're not always going to turn up, turn out like Jackie Longthrow, are they?
That's absolutely right, mate. But am I asking what's the best value or am I asking what's the best player?
Well, did Clara have a better rating than Jay Stansfield?
Who rated him?
Me.
Right.
To be fair, Clara was the top rated and Stansfield was 7 points below him, 6.96 to 7.0 something.
The thing is, I knew when I was doing it last night as well, I didn't want to put the same people in because I thought there's going to be players that we're going to, have the same players every single time. So I've tried to go a little bit different with.
Yeah, I'll give Jimmy more work to do with pictures.
Stansfield to be picked, but
yeah, I'll give Jimmy more work to do with more pictures to pull up and more stuff to do. Thank you, mate. So I think Jay Stansfield, I think it won't be much surprise to anybody. Are we surprised a little bit at how little Tommy Doyle's featured for Birmingham?
Yeah,
well, he started to play a little more recently, hasn't he? He's got back in the side recently. So, and they've had a slight upturn in results. I can't really remember what they've done.
They're up
they've got up to that 7th, haven't they, I think now.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on then.
It's whether they play him right, isn't it? Tommy Doyle, good player.
Yeah, good player. On to Blackburn Rovers. What are we saying, boys? Jord, who have you gone for?
I've gone for Ryan Alibiosu. So he's a right wing back. Again, another one that's played 18 games this season. So he's been ever present, been reliable. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists from the right wing back. It's a 7.12 rating. And he's only one of 4 players in that Blackburn squad to have a rating above 7 this season.
I can't get on board with this ratings malarkey. What if they've given us, it's subjective, isn't it? It's someone's opinion that has graded him based on their thought process, which is fine.
But when there may be
something coming to the channel. There may be something coming to the Blades Ramble quite similar soon. Mark Meldrew, no spoilers. But it is purely subjective as to what someone or a collective have decided on that particular player. So yes, it might be based on number of successful passes, or it might be, but even then you can manipulate those stats and figures and things. If you're passing along back line, then it's no real danger compared to slipping a ball through, is it? So I just think it's a little bit dangerous to go just on ratings, in my opinion. It's hard though, mate, to be fair, when we're not watching the team week out.
When I've seen him though, he's not bad at defense. He does his defensive work, but he gets
a good player.
Forward. He gets forward as well, and he helps out up at top at pitch, which obviously I know Blackburn have been struggling this season, so he's not gonna have a great amount of assists and goals because they've not scored that many. But he's like a winger slash. Well, he's a right wing back, so he gets in behind and he gets that ball into the box. He puts his delivery in. It gives the strikers every chance of putting ball it back at net. So I just think he is one of their more important players that they've got.
Fair, mate. Lee, who have you gone for?
I've gone for Andre Gudjonsson, who's the centre forward. He's got 6 goals in 14 games, but since the end of October, he's been excellent. He's tall, pacey and physical, and he's got 6 in his last 8.
And how would we best know him?
His dad.
Oh, yeah, but his dad... Yeah, is that Yoe's lad?
Ida.
No. Oh, it's Ida's?
Ida Gudjonsson.
Oh.
We were linked with him We were linked with him in, I don't know if it was the summer or January. We've been linked with him recently, but yeah, if you look at his record, which is more what I've gone on than ratings, and again, that might not be as clear cut, but it's very difficult when you're not watching these players week to week. I think he pips it. But I have to say, like, so I've given it, because it's between you two, I've given it to Lee in terms of Good Johnson. How many has he got? Six in last.
His last 8.
In his last 8. It's a really good upturn in form.
But what this is going to go, these just favourite strikers, aren't you?
If this were my choice, I'd have gone. I think Todd Cantwell's a better player than both of them.
He's not played as much this season, though. They've been more reliable than what he has.
Yeah. Absolutely right. And if you're going, best can be interpreted in different ways, can it? It can be best this season, which I think is what we're trying to focus more on. Right. I do think Cantwell's probably their best player.
I think the thing is with him, I think he's inconsistent, Todd Cantwell. He's got the, he had the potential when he was younger to be a great footballer, and he does suffer with his injuries every now and then. Obviously, I've seen him at Rangers, and when he's on it and he's great, and you think brilliant, just what you want to see. But when he's off it, he's really poor, and he hides behind everyone else, and he's a frustrating player for me.
Yeah, I think Callum O'Hare fell into that category for us early doors.
Yeah.
I think, but he's obviously since turned around, and we may come to him a little bit later. Lou says Blackburn tricky, very hot and cold team. Or Hashi is a player I enjoy watching though. Or Hashi's not a bad shout either. To be fair. And again, it's all subjective. It's just a bit of fun. Yeah. Moving on to
just a quick one, Jim. Just a quick one on the Johnsons. So I had my Sabozlai incident last week, so I'm gonna translate another one, and I'm sure this is right because my son speaks Icelandic because he lived there for 5 years, and his dad's name was Either Guthjonsson. There you go. That's how you say it. And if I'm wrong, Jordan, come in comments and tell me. Either Guthjonsson.
Which one?
There you go. It's the second one.
All right. Okay.
Either Guthjonsson. That's his dad.
Either or.
Either Guthjonsson. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So
moving on to the Robins.
I'm done now. I'm done now with any pronunciations. They're English from now on.
Thank God for that. Right. Moving on to Bristol City, lads. There's a couple to choose from here, but I'm going to come to Lee first. Who are you going with, Lee?
I've gone for Anis Mehmeti. 6 goals, 6 assists in 18 games. Top rated, top scorer, top assists, creative player who can create, finish attacks, and is comfortable all the way across the front.
Have you got counters for that, Jord?
No, I completely agree with Lee. I think probably only Scott Twine would have probably rivaled him, I think, at Bristol City. He's joint top scorer with Anis Mehmeti, but yeah, I think he's so skillful and such a great player to have going forward. Like plays that along, like Lee says, along all that front line, joint top scorer and assists is leading that one for them. It's such an easy pick for me. I'd love him at Bramall Lane. I think he's a class player.
Another one that we've been linked with infrequently, haven't we? I mean, could very well be paper talk because there's a few players on this list that we might say, oh well, Sheffield United have been linked previously to this, and then there'll be a lot of big clubs at our level that will have been linked to the same players. Okay, so Lou says Bristol City, Mehmeti or Twine, the former this season. They're the reason I'm not 100% sold on them for the playoffs, lads. I know this team well. Those two are very inconsistent, been good so far. Lewis, who is obviously a resident Rambler, but lives down in Bristol, so does get to Ashton Gate every now and again, knows a lot about Bristol City, and he would say they are the best 2 players, the ones that we've mentioned, and Mehmeti edges it for him. Ian's also saying Mehmeti and Bristol go with Lee, says Dave Morwood. It's almost like I knew what you'd picked, says Mark. Yes, it is. It's almost like you knew. Yeah, and Brad just says, with a lot of phlegm included. Yes, nice, Brian. We have poor Liverpool are playing at the moment. All fans might be trying to pronounce his name and spitting on him at the same time. Okay, boys, moving on to Charlton Athletic. What are we saying about Charlton then? Who is Charlton's best player this season? Lee, let's come to you again first, mate.
I've gone for Sonny Carey, which is a player I've rated since he was at Blackpool. In fact, it's somebody I sent to you as somebody we could have picked up a couple of years ago, I think, Jim, or a year and a half ago.
Yes, he is.
Technical, athletic, goal-scoring threat from midfield, a dynamic ball carrier, and drives forward and creates chances. He's got 5 goals and 1 assist from central midfield and played every game from the start.
Yeah, he's been. Were he signing from Blackpool? Were he? Did he come from
Blackpool on a free, I believe?
Yeah, it's another good deal from Charlton in the summer. They went under the radar quite a bit. Either that or people were just thinking, it's all right. They won't be up to much. And to be fair, Charlton are starting to drop now down the league. I think they're down to 18th, just 1 place above Sheffield United in the table. But they have had a good start to the season. Yeah. We're a tough outfit that we came up against, beat Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. So, Jord, who's your Charlton player? Who's the best player of the season so far for Charlton?
My choice were between Sonny Carey as well, but I went opposite. Like I said, I tried to just be a little bit different. I've gone with James Bree, another one. Like I say, I like my attacking wing backs. He's a right wing back.
Good player.
He's got 2 goals and 3 assists this season. He has played 13 games, only started 11, so I'm guessing he picked up a little bit of an injury in between there. He's only one of 2 players that are above 7 rating for them, and obviously Sonny Carey is the other one. He's a great attacking wing back. I believe he was signed from Luton. Or were it Southampton?
Southampton, I think. James
Bree. On loan at Luton, I think.
I know he's not very old. He might be like mid-20s. He's just a great attacking wing back. That he's someone that I'd look at United when we need a right back, and I'd be happy to have him in our team. So it's I think he's a great player for Charlton and one of their best.
Well, you'd think, because Jordan's also waxed lyrical about Sonny Carey, that I would go for Sonny Carey in this debate, but I've actually gone for James Bree because I anticipated that after Lee rushed into a 2-goal lead, that Jord would chuck his teddies out the pram, and it's proven to be right. So I'm glad that Jord has now made it 2-1 with James Bree.
I'd rather not have sympathy vote. Let Lee win.
No.
He's winning everything else anyway. No, he's a football genius. I expect him to win.
Can I say as well, Jordan? It was close for me, that.
Again.
That were very close. It were very close for me because I thought James Bree's a fantastic player, but it's just the fact that I've liked Sonny Carey for a few years, so he got the edge for me.
Yeah, he does know the pitch like the back of his knee, George. Remember that. Moving on to the league leaders now. Talk about spoilt for choice, really. There's several players that you could go for. I put Jack Redoni on the thumbnail. Either of you gone for Jack Redoni? George, I'll come to you first for this one, pal.
I've gone for Victor Torp. I think, especially more recently, he's been banging goals in for fun, and especially like when he's sitting on edge at box for corners and it's just dropping to him, like Sidney Peck's goal, and he's just absolutely rocking him in. He's a crucial player for this Coventry team. He's got a 7.7 rating, so that is a very, very high rating for this division. He's played 16 games, got 7 goals and 3 assists, and he's been playing as a centre mid. And he's only scored less than a 7 rating in 4 games of them 16 games. So again, another very, very consistent player who is crucial to Coventry's team.
Lee, have you a counter for Victor Torp?
If you'd have asked me 5 or 6 games ago, I'd have said, is it Brandon Thomas Asante?
Yeah.
But I've gone for Victor Torp for exactly the reasons that Jordan said. Just a great technical midfielder. And he's showing his how good he is this year with the goals and assists.
Is there a bit of Sander Berger about him, just for like Blades viewers that are watching that can relate to the style of player that he is?
Go on,
or is he more aggressive in the tackle? How is he as a player? Because I don't know that much about him, in all honesty.
I think he's everywhere on pitch, isn't he?
Yeah. He's
doing defensive work and he's joining in attack as well for a centre mid. He's everywhere, and when he's picking up ball, he's going to create something. He's spraying it out wide and then joining in with attack as well. He's not just sitting and admiring his pass. He's just class. He's absolute class.
Okay.
And I've seen him win an header.
All right.
Unlike Sander.
Nothing like Sander then. Nothing like him, to be fair.
No.
Marco just reliving the fry moment. Ian says Charlton's Onel Hernandez. Coventry, it'd be Redoni for Dave Morwood. Lou says Coventry was tough. I'm saying Victor Torp. From defensive midfielder, the goals, assists, influence, incredible. They would be poorer for his absence. Victor Torp, my choice also, says Mark Meldrew. And Kov, Ian's going Sakamoto. Hello, Sakamoto. Yes, nice. So, moving on then. Victor Torp gets the nod for Kov. It's Derby. The Rams, Derby County. Whose turn is it to go first? We'll go with Lee. Lee, who are you saying for Derby?
It's got to be Carlton Morris. It's a fantastic signing for Derby. 10 goals so far. Powerful, versatile, holds the ball up well, uses his strength, scores goals. He's a nightmare for defenders. If you'd have said to me at the beginning of the season, we're signing Carlton Morris, I'd have snapped your hand off and said, what a great signing.
Yeah, agreed. I have no qualms with it. I think we saw what we were missing. He got a hat-trick against Sheffield United, so we know all about him. But he's been a bit of a nemesis for us over the years anyway. Always causes us problems. I think he's a very good striker at this level. Maybe a bridge too far into the Premier League, but it's what we need now, isn't it? And Carlton Morris would have complemented our side really, really well. I think we missed the trick there, to be fair. Jord, have you any alternatives to Carlton Morris?
No, I went with Carlton Morris. I think Lee's just summed him up perfectly. And when we lost,
you're a big fan, aren't you, Morris? You're a big fan of his, aren't you?
Yeah, and when we lost Kiefer Moore, he'd have been a perfect replacement. He's a proper number 9, which is what we've been lacking. Like Lee says, 10 goals from 16 games is a fantastic return in this division for your first season at Derby's. Yeah, what else can you say? Great player.
There's a few similarities, lads, coming up. I have to say in your picks, you've gone very similar in the next few, really. So it is Carlton Morris at Derby that gets the nod. Moving on to Hull City, then, Jord, who have you both gone for? Essentially,
I've gone for Joe Geldart.
Yeah,
16 starts in 18 games from this season. He's got 9 goals, 2 assists. I think he's had a couple of starts up front, but he's more playing along the, just in behind striker or right hand side.
By the way, 9 goals for somebody who's not an out-and-out striker. It's incredible.
And to be honest, he's probably struggled, I would say, to get consistency at Leeds or when he's been loaned out. But he seems to have found he's very, very quick and he's very skillful. He's got a 7.51 rating. And like I say, he's been very, very consistent, which is what he's struggled to find, I think, over his previous seasons. But now he's finding his foot in Championship. And yeah, he gets it over McBurney for me. McBurney had probably been another one, but McBurney's obviously injured. He's starting off really well. He's picked up an injury. So Geldart's pushed on since that and he gets it.
Nice one, Lee. Any further comments on Geldart? Obviously, one that you've both gone for.
I just think he's a really good, busy player. I mean, he must be a nightmare to mark because he's there and then he's disappeared. He's gone somewhere else. He's just a fantastic little forward who's just all over the place. Dangerous dribbler, really dangerous with the ball at his feet.
So just again, I always revert back to this, and I shouldn't because Ramble FC is supposed to be a wider football chat, which is obviously where it's going to be tonight. But we are Sheffield United fans. Somebody put in the, I think it would count down to kick-off. Do you think we can convince Leeds to terminate the loan deal at Hull and Sheffield United can sign Joe Geldart? Well, absolutely not. I don't think that will be the case because we'll sign him on loan. That was the question. Because why on earth will Leeds United do that? He's playing in every game that is available. Yeah. He is scoring goals. He's upping his value. He's up at the top end of the league. We are down at the bottom end of the league, whether we like it or not. Yes, we're a bigger club, but that's the only card we've got to play at the moment. So I think the only chance, if we were going to do a deal and be ambitious in January for a player like this, the only chance we've got is to go in with a permanent bid. Do you think there's any chance Sheffield United might look at someone like Joe Geldart in January permanently, Joe?
I think with his form and how he's playing at the moment, they could probably ask for a fee between 5 and 10 million. Because I think he's 23.
He's young.
He's still a young lad. He's got potential, and that's what you're going to be paying for. I don't think the position that we're in at the moment, we're not going to be spending between 5 and 10 million pound on someone.
You don't think?
I don't. I think we're
it's
a lot of money to be risking when parachute payments finish next season.
I agree. I agree. Lee?
Yeah, I don't think we'll do it while ever there's a £100,000 player in Bulgaria we can have.
Forgot about that Bulgarian goal mine.
Hopefully he joins Derby.
I know. Let's see what people are saying in comments. Coventry. Brand says Coventry's best player is Torp, in my opinion. Yep, you've same as lads, to be honest. Dave Morwood says for Derby it's Carlton Morris, and Mark agrees Carlton Morris. Ian's going for Ryan Brewster. Derby, of course. That train's never
fails. Never fails, Ian.
Yeah, absolutely right. Lou says Derby. I'm saying Carlton Morris, good striker at the level, strong, an eye for goal, and experienced. Great pickup for them. I think you're £1 million. Something absolutely ludicrous like that. Should have signed him ourselves, says Mark. For Hull, it's Joe Geldart. Dave Morwood says Lundstrom with a cheeky little laughing emoji. And Joffy's value has doubled this season. Joffy being Joe Geldart, age of Leeds fan, I believe. Yeah. And you're right. Exactly as Jordan said, he has put some serious value in his name this season. I think we'd have got him cheaper in the summer because I don't think he had the best season last year. Although he did okay at Hull. He's returned there this season and he's really flourishing. So, yeah, it's going to be some big money if we want to try and get Joe Geldart out of Hull. I don't think it'll happen, to be honest. Moving on to the Tractor Boys, Ipswich Town. And again, lads, you've gone for the same boy. Lee, do you want to talk? Do you want to say who it is first and foremost?
Yeah, I've gone for Jaden Philogene Bidache, or whatever his name is. Jaden Philogene. We'll call him that, shall we?
Philogene is not my lover.
Wow.
So, 6 goals. I'm carrying on, Gino. I'm just carrying on. It was terrible. 6 goals.
He's just a girl who claims that I am the one.
I don't know. It made our defence look like girls when we played against him.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
made him play like Billie Jean.
Really good dribbler. Pace, versatile, quick feet, great dancer. Super.
Great dancer.
To be honest, I nearly went for Jacob Greaves because he's one that I've liked for years. But I'm struggling to put a defender at the best player in Ipswich's team with the start that they had.
Not of a Philogene either. I think Philogene's a level above champ.
Jacob Greaves is a great shout. He again, he's a class defender. He's ridiculous for this level. But I'm with you, Lee. You know, Philogene's got 3-man at matches for them this season. And one I think came against us, and we saw the performance that he put in against us. He made it look easy. He just gets ball, runs with it, dances around defenders, and he can shoot from range as well. He's got the talent to be able to hit the target from 25, 30 yards. He's a great player. Cheat code for this level.
Well, I think you were that good against us that Ben Godfrey's still getting counselling. Yeah, to be honest, that's why we've not seen him. He got ripped, didn't he? So,
my word. Next, moving on. It is well, he's been today. Oh, Leicester City Football Club. Who are we saying, Jord, has been Leicester's best player this season?
I've gone for Abdul Fatawu, especially seeing him play this week. He could have been either. Could have been Mavididi or Fatawu.
I think it's closer than people tend to. I don't think Mavididi comes up enough in this Mavididi versus Fatawu discussion. I do think Fatawu probably just edges it, but Mavididi's a great player. Yeah,
they both. I mean, any team
Premier League players, aren't they?
Either one of them on the wings, it's ridiculous. So, but he's he's been available every game. He's played 18 games. He's got 3 goals and 5 assists. He's got a 7.28 rating, and we've seen how quick he is. He gained ball. Although I thought Harrison Burrows defended quite well against him in that first half. But when we're tired, when you've got a team that's tiring, just stick Fatawu on him because he'll get ball, he'll knock it straight past him, and then he's looking for someone in middle. He's creating a chance straight. Every time he's getting that ball, he's a great winger.
Fatawu. Lee, any advance on Fatawu at?
None at all. Exactly what Jordan said, and it was close. But the way he played against us the other day, I thought it was fantastic. And Harrison Burrows takes a lot of credit for how we defended against him. But a very good player, very good player.
Yeah, I agree. From a selfish point of view, from a Sheffield United perspective, it was a really good performance from Burrows, who hasn't been playing very well recently. So, pleased with that. Let's get into the comments, see what people are saying. Ipswich, Dave Morwood saying Philogene, Mark Meldrew saying Philogene. Lou says it has to be Philogene. He's not my lover. He's just a winger from Villa that signed up for Hull at one point. Nice. Yeah, all right. I can make that work. 3 of them were against us, says Marco. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
For Leicester, Mark says Abdul Fatawu. Sorry, Luke Thomas.
He's banned. He's banned.
Yeah, Dave Marwood says
You are
Leicester's got to
marked.
be Fatawu. And Bry says Mavadidi is class. I agree with that. I really like Mavadidi, but I do think Fatawu gets the nod in front of him. Moving on to another. Well, is it harsh to say surprise package in the division? It's Middlesbrough. So who do we think has played the strongest part in Middlesbrough's rise up the table? Easy for me to say. Are we saying Jod?
I've gone for Hayden Hackney. So again, he's been available every game. So what's the best ability? What's that saying?
The best ability.
Best ability is availability. Correct, and I love it.
Thank you, Prince Abdullah. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, so when he's been available every game, that's a huge start. For he scored 3 goals and got 4 assists from centre mid. So I don't think that's a bad return. He's consistent, and it shows. I think we're at West Ham or someone were after him in summer transfer window, I believe, and it shows why, because his form's just been consistent again this season. So I think he could be one that moves potentially in January. He might get a Premier League move, and if he don't get it in January, if Middlesbrough don't go up, he'll definitely get it at the end of the season. But
he'll be playing the Premier League next year.
Who's ever present, and he's the main ingredient to their success for me.
Interesting. Lee, any thoughts? Any advance on Hayden Hackney?
No, very good player. Very good at threading ball through lines. That's one for Dave Leary. Just a really good central midfielder, getting better with age, obviously, as it comes on. Recently, he's had the armband because Dale Frey's been injured, I believe. So, they really rate him. Obviously, they know what they've got. Middlesbrough. He's a very good asset for him, and yeah, he's their best player.
Okay. Right, moving on to come on, Millwall. Millwall. What do we say in Lee? Who's been Millwall's best player this season?
Femi Aziz.
Bless you.
Left winger, can play on the right, dynamic, fast, takes players on well, just gets Millwall up the pitch. They give him the ball, he drives forward, he gets them up the pitch. Good player, dangerous winger. Really dangerous forward.
This year now. I think he struggled for that previously. Whenever I've seen him, it's been a bit hot and cold, but he appears to have put it together. I mean, it's no coincidence that they're third in the league. It's not luck, is it, that you get to that position? So, yeah, he's played a huge part. No Jake Cooper, lads. Jordy, any advance on Femi Aziz?
No, I've gone with Femi Aziz, and the thing, what struck it for me was he's only started 8 in 10 games, so I think he's had a bit of an injury, and he's got a 7.64 rating, and his last 5 games, he's scored in his last 5 games, 4 performances have been over 8.
Wow.
So to get 6 goals and 1 assist in 10 games, and he's only started 8 of them, that's a ridiculous return. That's great form, and easily plays it in for their best player for me. It's crucial to him.
Very good. Very good. Boro Hackney, says Dave Morwood. Hayden Hackney for Mark Meldrew as well. Lou says Boro's best player is Hayden Hackney. Influences play and makes recovery tackles a heartbeat of the team. Yeah. Dave Morwood's going for Whittaker. Morgan Whittaker is the ex-Pilgrim. The former Plymouth player. He has picked up his form recently.
Yeah, he has.
He went through a bit of a dodgy spell at the start of the season, but has started playing well. Mark Meldrew's gone for Femi Aziz at Millwall. Lou's going for Jake Cooper. Captain, consistency, a huge miss if he's unavailable, which he almost never is. Aziz is a player, though, Lee, I agree. Spot on, Lee, with the Millwall shout. This is obviously before George commented, George. It's not just a Lee knows this stuff. Aziz, just for scoring against that lot, says Marco. Yeah, that's never a bad thing. I didn't know he'd scored against them lot, but yeah, love that if he has. So moving on then, lads. We are moving to Norfolk.
Yep.
Norwich City. Alan Partridge's favourite team. Lee, who are we going for?
Josh Sargent, the centre forward. Probably my favourite number 9 in the league. Just how he plays as a proper number 9. Big.
Sorry.
No, hold on. I'm talking of the style of play. Number 9. It's not number 9, it's 45.
Yeah, but he plays as a number 9.
Okay.
I just think he does everything you want from a number 9. He can stretch in behind, he can hold it up, he brings players in, he's got good combinations, and he scores goals. So for me, he's by far their best player. And there were rumours of him going for about 20 million to a German club in the summer, but which didn't go through. So really good player.
Weren't the rumours there
Wolfsburg,
15 million to Leeds as well?
Yeah, Leeds were having
like paper talk, but
Leeds were asking about it, weren't they, before they got Calvert-Lewin in, I think. Jordan, who you were going for Norwich, pal?
Sargent, as Lee says, he's a top class striker. That's top class number 9. He's
again about Barnett, really, but yeah,
must be an American Barnett, that isn't it?
I'd rather be bold and brilliant, to be honest.
He's started all 18 games. He's been ever present. He's got a 7 rating, so it's a great average rating. Scored 5, assisted 3. He's ever present. He's just a class player, and he's someone that we'd love at Bramall Lane, won't we? So yeah, he's been the best player in a poor Norwich side this season.
Yeah, every team at this level takes him, don't they? Every team, and that's when you know they're a really good player.
And he probably gets into near enough every team's.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
Strike partnership in this division.
Yeah,
behind Bamford.
Behind Bamford, yeah, he would be the one to partner the Championship's number 1 striker, Patrick Bamford. Moving on to Oxford United. So what are we saying about Oxford then, boys? Jord, I'll come to you first. You're both wrong with this one, by the way.
I were going to go for Will Lancashire, I think.
Well.
And that would because obviously he never played any games for us, but he were a young lad coming. We signed him from Arsenal. And then he come through our youth system, then went to Tottenham with his boy club. But I've gone for Brian De Keersmaker. He's a centre mid. He's got a 7.3 rating. Loves a tackle. He's a glue that holds their midfield together. He's got 4 assists this season. So that's what I've gone for.
Okay, it's wrong. But Lee, who are you going for?
Same guy that Jordan said, I'm not going to pronounce his name. Well done, Jordan. He can play defensive midfield, centre midfield. He's aggressive, intelligent, comfortable on ball, and just keeps Oxford moving. I would have gone for Brannigan. I do like Brannigan at Oxford, but he's recently been injured and he's out. Going to be out for a few weeks, until January, I believe.
And that's exactly what I did.
The centre half that Jimmy likes. I can't remember. Helik.
Yeah.
But
incredible.
He's not really. Look where they are in the league. You can't give a centre half their best player.
All right. Oh, so is Ben Mee a bad player?
Yeah, but he's not our best player.
He's not our best player.
No, he's Tanganga a bad
what
player.
We're talking about. But this is what we're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
This is what we're talking about, Jim.
Well, if you put Tanganga in Oxford's team and they're still where they are, then it'd be their best player.
Yeah, but
Helik isn't.
We're better than
Helik is Oxford's best player, no doubt about it, no doubt. You all laughed at me.
Is that your vote? Is that your casting vote?
Yeah, I can't. I've been outvoted anyway. So the Keersmaker takes it, but you all laughed at me. I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you? Right.
Would Helik get in front of Ben Mee and Tanganga?
Would Helik get in front? Helik gets in front of Ben Mee.
No,
I probably agree with that.
No, I'm not having it.
George, stop voting with your heart. I can't remember where we got up to here. I know the team. I mean on comments, to be fair. For scoring against them lot, yes, that was Mark Meldrew's last comment. Norwich, Josh Sargent, he says, Bamford is a rambler. Lou says Norwich, Josh Sargent, yes, would score in most top leagues in Europe. It's a slam dunk in it for Josh Sargent. Yes. Yep. Norwich, yes, Jordan Lee. For God's sake, don't get Jimmy started with that do button again. That's on the other stuff. I ain't got it on here, to be fair, so I can't put it on here. But I can sing if you want me to. USA, says Mark Meldrew. Surprised no one's gone for Slimani. Yeah. Now then, here we go. Oxford, Michael Helik. This is why Mark Meldrew is, the oracle, really, when it comes to...
Well, he's been copying all our picks until this one, so...
Helik for Oxford, what do you think, Jimmy? Yeah, I think you're right, Ian. I think you're right. Lou says, Oxford, I really like Plachetta. Every time I see him, I'm impressed. Yeah, he has looked decent for him when I've seen him.
I just pronounced that name, Lee.
I can't read it. I can't read it. My glasses have steamed up.
Oxford, it's got to be their captain. Brannigan, says Dave Morwood. I don't think you'll get many arguing with that. He is certainly one of their best players. And I think the argument has just been that he's not available at the moment and hasn't and won't be for a little while. So I think that's fair. Okay. Yeah, Mark says Dominic.
Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai.
Okay, so right, where we were on Oxford. So now we're on to play up, Pompey, play up. Who have we got? I think this is another one that you agree on, lads. I think it's a little bit obvious. I think it's probably right. Jord, who have you gone for, mate?
We've got, well, obviously, I'm guessing you said Lee's done the same. So we've gone for Josh Murphy. He's got 4 assists in 11 games. He's got a 7.05 rating. He's so, you know what? I think the thing with Josh Murphy, probably why he's not, this is no disrespect to Portsmouth, why he's probably not at a bigger club. It can be inconsistent.
Correct.
As we saw at Bramall Lane the other Wednesday night. But again, when he's on it, he is so hard to play against. He's a left or right winger, can play on either side. He can cut in. He's got a great shot on him. He's great at crossing the ball. And for me, he just stands out above anyone else in that team. When he is on it, he could be a top player in this division, like one of the top players in this division for me. He just needs to be a little bit more consistent.
I think he gets it by default, to be honest. I think he's best of a bad bunch at the moment, rather than standing out for his own ability. He's probably their most gifted player. Lee, any more thoughts on Josh?
I just think Josh Murphy, when he's playing wide, is one of the best crossers of a ball in this league. His delivery is fantastic, but he's just too inconsistent with it, isn't he? But who else have they got that you can name that would push him to be their best player?
Colby Bishop before it had been, but he's not exactly the form that he's hit over previous seasons. He's another good number 9. Who,
a lot bigger than I thought he was.
Pardon?
A lot bigger than I thought he was when we saw him the other day.
He's a big target man, isn't he? And he can out ball up. He's strong, and he knows where back at net is as well. But yeah, I think Murphy, because Colby Bishop's more inconsistency than Murphy's. That's why Murphy gets it for me.
Are you? We saw Pompey up close and personal, didn't we? Midweek last week, lads. And yes, they had a man sent off, so it can always skew how the game goes. But I didn't think they were up to much, even at 11 men. They're down in 22nd now. Do you fear for Coventry a little bit this season?
Coventry?
No, you certainly don't fear for Coventry.
Definitely don't fear for them.
Do you fear for Portsmouth this season?
I think they will be down there. I think they've got the right manager to lead the fight. I don't mind Messina. I think he's a good upcoming manager. But whether they have the quality, are Norwich going to push on? I think they've got more quality than Portsmouth. Oxford and Portsmouth are probably the similar abilities. So they could be battling it out. But then you've got Swansea down there as well, who are struggling. So I can't see Portsmouth getting higher than 18th, 19th. I think they will be down there.
Okay.
We did a show earlier this year, and we were talking about who we thought would go down at one point of it. And I picked Wednesday, Oxford and Portsmouth, and I still think that's the 3 that'll go down.
It's not a bad shout.
Yeah, not a bad shout. Looking more and more likely as the weeks go on. Preston North End, P&E, good old Paul Eckingbottom. We've all got a lot of time for Ecky as Blades, doing a very good job at Preston. It has to be said, where are they in championship table at the moment? They're fifth in the league. Yeah. Incredible job from Ecky again on a shoestring. Lee, who have we pipped for at Preston?
Lewis Dobbin, 4 goals, 5 assists. He's got the top goal scorer at their team, top assists in their team. He's versatile attacker, plays across the front line again like a lot of modern forwards do these days. He's very creative as well, and he's excellent with the ball at his feet. A really good player. Okay, Jord?
Yeah, completely agree. I put Lewis Dobbin in, and I think mine come from. I've watched him before. He's obviously on loan from Aston Villa, so he's got plenty of talent behind him. They believe he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Is he Everton? Is it Everton?
Oh, I've got Villa on here. Is it Everton? He were at Villa then, weren't he?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
and then he's gone to Everton. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's I've just missed. No, for that. To be honest, talk about FOT mob. That says it all, doesn't it?
There you go.
So,
There you go.
no, but yeah, we saw him against us, and I think he's a quick, tricky. He can be a winger, can play as a 10, can play as a striker if needs be. Yeah. He's great with ball at his feet, like Lee said. He's very versatile, and I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
He's on loan from Aston Villa. He came through the Everton.
So it's the other way around. It's the other way around then. Yeah.
Yeah, fair dues.
I'll take that back about Fuck Mob.
Yeah, don't go off my access. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair shout about Lewis Dobbin. His stats clearly speak for themselves, don't they? And his ratings, etc. They've had a really strong start to the season of Preston. And I was going to say, I think he's the only loan to appear on the list, but Joe Geldart is also on the list. So I think they're the only two, though, which is decent. So let's have a look at what people are saying. Mark Meldrew says he's crying here with that. Dave Morwood says, Lois, is that an Italian sandwich? What I don't even know what that. Lewis, is that an Italian sandwich? That placetta. I can't keep up with back and forth, to be honest with people. Portsmouth, it's got to be Josh Murphy, says Mark Meldrew. Lou says Pompey's first choice is Josh Murphy. Second choice is Josh Murphy. Connor Chaplin says Dave Morwood. And Josh Murphy says Ian.
Has Chaplin been ever present this season, though?
He came off the bench, I think, against.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, he on his day is another one that can be a great player. But I don't think they've seen that much of him this season.
Bry again trying to get another club line. Mark says Swansea are in a horrific form at the minute. Yes, they are. He also says for Preston, Harrison Armstrong for me. Yeah, it was brilliant for them against us. Yes, he was. Lou's also going.
He's on loan, isn't he, as well? Armstrong. I think he's from Everton. I think.
Okay. Preston, I've got a shout for Lewis Dobbin. Attacking outlet. They're not blessed with loads of attacking flair, but I think he's a little gem. Dave Morwood also goes with Dobbin.
Jim, were we linked with Dobbin? Or the other one?
No, I don't think we were.
Spurs one. In fact, it was from Spurs, weren't he? It was on loan at him. I forgot his name.
Oh, it's is it Moore?
Mikey Moore.
Mikey Moore's he's at Rangers.
Yeah.
Dane Scarlett.
No, it's someone else. There were two players. We were linked with Ashley Phillips.
Oh, it's Divine.
Yeah, Alfie Divine. He's gone to Preston. I'm sure he's at Preston as well. Yeah. I got mixed up with them too.
Preston, Ben Whiteman for his winning goal at the weekend, says Ian. Obviously came through the Blades Academy. Ben Whiteman, top lad. It's good to see, to be honest. He's one of those that I don't think he were ever going to make it top-end championship, but he's carved out a really good career for himself. Similar to like Regan Slater, really, I think. Yep. Okay, so...
From Man United? Did we get Ben Whiteman from Man United as a kid? You know, like we did with David Brooks from Man City, I think it was.
Possibly.
People like that.
Possibly, yes, that might be the case. That may well be the case. So I'm just going to have to re-add this because I deleted it without... let's just talk seamlessly like I didn't delete this before because I didn't. So we're moving on to QPR now. And lads, we have a difference of opinion. There is some divide on football therapy. What are we saying, lads? Who is QPR's best player this season? Or just in general, depending on how you interpret it. Lee, let's start with you, mate.
Now, there'll be massive shouts here for Ilias Chair. But for me, their best player this season is Nicholas Madsen, the centre midfielder who can play defensive midfield or just central midfield. He was brilliant against us in the 0-0. Absolutely outstanding against us. 6'4", just very technical, strong, puts himself about like Sander Berg with effort. Really like him. That's what you want. Really like him.
Good shout, that Lee. Jord, who are you going for, pal?
I could have gone with Lee's choice, but I didn't. And the thing is, I've seen the one that I've chose before. I hadn't seen Madsen. I weren't there for the QPR game. I were away. So maybe if I'd have seen him in that game, I might have swung that way. But I've gone for Elias Chair or Shair, as the commentators sometimes like to say it.
Leave that with you.
He has only scored one goal this season and 2 assists, but you know, another one that can play across that front line. He's a tricky winger that always causes trouble. One that, a bit like Gus Hamer, likes to rifle him from range. So yeah, it's Chair gets my vote.
And I have to say, I think this is a bit lazy from me. I've gone with Chair. and it's not to do with his record this season. It's just I've got a real soft spot for him as a player. I think if we were to lose Gus Hamer in the summer, I think he's an ideal. He's like Gus Hamer light. I think he's in more ways than one. But he's not as good. Obviously, he's a downgrade, and I mean that respectfully. But he's the type of player that can create something out of nothing. A real flair player, plays between the lines. Really like him as a player. Not seen enough of QPR this season to genuinely give you an answer on who their best player has been. So I take everything that Lee says, and I obviously rate it. But I've pipped to a chair, and I think that takes you to 2-2, lads. To be honest, in terms of
class, he's a class player.
Yeah, he is. Nobody would turn their nose up if they were linked. We were linked with him, would they?
Definitely not.
Moving on to the resurgent Sheffield United, the Blades. Have they turned a corner? Let's all hope so. Who has been Sheffield United's best player this season? Jordan Motson.
One for Callum O'Hare. I've said it on other streams that he's our standout player for me. And if you could pick a player at season now, it'd be Callum O'Hare. He's been ever present. He started all 18 games. He's got a 7.33 rating. He's got 4 goals and 6 assists from that centre attacking mid-roll. He runs all day. He puts pressure on defenders. That causes problems for them playing ball out, as we saw at Leicester, where we win ball back and get a chance that's created straight away. He's getting his numbers. I think he's got, is it same amount of goals, or he's got the same numbers as what he got last season. And we're only, a quarter away through the season already. So it just shows his upturning form and the reason why, we paid a big signing on fee for him and decent wages. He's a class player.
Been great, Annie, for us this year. He's the only one that can hold his head up for the entire season and say that he's done all that he can. Lee, who's your choice for Sheffield United's best player this season?
Well, maybe if there'd have been 4 or 5 more games for Mr. Yeoman. Yeah. But it's Callum O'Hare by a country mile, a clear margin. He's been by far our best player. He's got the most goals, the most assists. He's our creative edge. Drives us forward. He's intelligent, clever, and if he had a yard of pace, it'd be 30-40 million pounds worth of footballer playing in Premier League. It's only that extra little drive that he can't get away from players that's held him back a little bit. I'm just glad he plays for us. Fantastic footballer.
I love the imperfections in quality players that we've got, because we can all name them, can't we? The deficiencies in our play, and it sounds like it's a dig, but it's not. That's the reason they are with us.
Yeah,
we love that they aren't a perfect player, because they wouldn't be at Sheffield United if they were. Yeah. So Callum O'Hare's lack of pace, maybe lack of power in his shots at times as well. When he could release, he could definitely have more shots from outside the area, but I'm not sure he's got the power behind his shots either. But taking on a man, carrying the ball forward, bringing us up the pitch, spotting a pass now as well, and obviously being in the right place at the right time. It's turning into everything we need a number 10 to be, which is going to be interesting, because I think he'll be more out on the left or the right going forward in upcoming games. So we'll just see. But he'll make it work, I'm sure he will, because he has done so far with everything he's been given at United. So completely agree, lads. The best player this season at Sheffield United, if there were a player of the year due now, he's walking away with it with ease, to be honest.
It's shown out there as well, Jim, isn't it?
Say again.
His work rate's incredible.
Oh, it is,
with the ball and without it.
Great example.
Well, he starts our press, doesn't he? He's superb. He's superb.
He's usually the furthest one forward as well, which is a bit of a damning indictment to Tyrese Campbell and the other forwards that follow him around the pitch for the press. So it's something for others to be aware of. I think
he's very versatile, isn't he? Because he can play along all that front line. I'd have never had him down as a winger, but when he don't seem to complain. He just gets on with it.
He's not gets shoved out wide.
He does his job.
You're right to not have him as a winger, because he ain't a winger. But it does make it. Gus Hamer ain't a left-sided winger either, but they make it work because they're good players. So it's one of them. I think that they'll do a job wherever we put them. Certainly in final third. So moving on to our neighbours across the city, it's been a terrible season for them. I would think, look, there's 2 names that you could go with. I think it's got to be one. I know it's got to be one because that's the game we're playing. But it's. Jord, give me your pick first, pal.
Well, I think everyone's probably going to expect me to pick Barry Bannon, and I could have quite easily picked that, because he is their best player by a country mile. But I thought I'd give this lad a bit of credit, and a lot of fans have been giving credit He's got a bright future, like proper bright future ahead of him. He's on loan from Man U.
Thank God he's not theirs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I won't be fuming, but you'd be thinking they're going to make some money out of this kid. He's only a young lad. He's 18 years old, and he's coming to that team. And apart from Bannon, I think he stood out as one of their best players. And that takes like, yeah, all right, it's a poor team, we know that, but he stood out as a young lad. He took his chance, and I think he just proves why Man U think a lot of him. I think he's got a 6.94 rating, which I'd probably expected a little bit better, but it's not a bad rating, is it? That and it's Harry Amass that I've gone for.
Yeah, he's been a shining light in a very poor side, and I think this isn't a sly dig at all. I think Wednesday Nights will tell you they're a very poor team this year, and it's due to outside forces. Obviously, I think they've been unlucky as well with Piers Charles going down injured, because he would certainly have been in with a shout for this. The way he was playing when he went down injured, he was saving them games and saving them points. So he would certainly be in the conversation. But I think, Lee, you've gone for the same man I'd be going for. What's your shout, pal?
You know that Amass, just before I come to that, Amass, I think he's a fantastic player, and they're talking about him in the press. About Man United are talking about him for next year. He's going to be within their first team squad. So it shows you that they really rate him, don't they? They really rate him.
It probably reminds me of Luke Shaw. You know, when Luke Shaw burst on the scene and then he got his chance at Man U. He's got the potential to be like that. If he stays injury free, he probably goes on to be better than Luke Shaw.
Wow.
And stays away from pies. Yeah. I've gone for your favourite, your wife. Is it your missus's favourite, Barry Bannon?
Correct.
I just think he's their talisman, isn't he? He's their best player, and he's carried them this season as far as he can. Well, when we played him and he had the ball and he had nobody to pass to, and he had to keep going back to the keeper, you just saw him shaking his head.
Yeah,
and I didn't feel sorry for him at all, but he is by far their best player.
You notice with him as well in that game, especially, we were there. I don't know if you saw it on TV, but towards the end of the game, we were ploughing men forward, 4 and 5 players, really trying to get a fourth goal, sorry, or a fifth potentially. And he was the one absolutely busting a gut to get back. Yeah. It shows that no matter how poor they are, he will give you 110% every game, Bannon. He's been a class player for this division, and he'll 100% go down as a Wednesday legend.
Yeah,
he's their top scorer as well, isn't he? Top scorer, top assists, top rating.
Yeah,
he's created more chances than anybody else in league. I think I saw a stat today. Created 40 chances or something,
which is mad.
Absolutely,
where they are.
But worst team in league as well.
Yeah,
by a distance. So yeah, I think there's only one man it can go to for me. And I know, George, to be fair, I rate your a mass shout, because I think it was more to give him plaudits for how good a season he's been having. Barry Bannon is the obvious pick in it for Chef Wednesday.
Yeah.
Moving on then. Let's just catch up with some comments, because I'm a little bit behind. For QPR, Shire, says Dave Morwood. Correct on Whiteman Lee. Youth career started at Man U, says Mark Meldrew. QPR, there's only one man, Reece Norrington Davis. All joking aside, he's having a very good season by all accounts, isn't he? So it's good to see.
I don't know if he's injured again, because I didn't see him. He didn't play it the other day.
Yeah, he's picked up a knock, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Are we cashing in January, letting him go QPR permanently?
Well, but it could bring us some money in, because before I'd have probably said no, because obviously McCallum weren't exactly pulling any treats. So if he'd have gone out and had a decent loan at them, I'd have welcomed him back to challenge Burrows at left back, because he's not a left centre back for me. No. He's always been a left back.
Agreed.
But because how well McCallum's playing now, and we've got Burrows, if we could get a mil or two for him, I think I'd cash in.
Lee?
Unfortunately for me, I think his time at the club is over. I think it had been over at the end of last season. It was fantastic for us. He looked so good coming through, and the injuries have just ruined him. It's really sad, because he was really good for us, and it's a shame. But I think for the good of both us and him, he needs to move on.
Yeah. Agreed. Callum O'Hare says Bry for Sheffield United. Blades Callum O'Hare says Lou, without a doubt this season. Mark Meldrew says really like Dembele but lacks consistency. That's obviously his QPR shout. Cheog Bennett, end of chat. Thanks for coming. I'm not having that. You'll be banned you soon. Blades Cal, Mr. V's boy. Yes, absolutely right. Lou says the system falls down without Cal. Physical output is unreal. Ian again goes for Carl. Brian telling Meldrew off. Tom Cannon, not even close, says Tom Cannon's fan club. We've got O'Hare, Callum O'Hare. I just don't think you understand. Signed him on a free. That's all he'll miss. We've got Callum O'Hare. Nice.
I like
nice.
that. I like that.
We'll take that. Pigs, Harry Mass, and he's not even there, says Ian. Wednesday, the captain. If you're not sure who I mean, looking city. Nice. And Marco says Wednesday it's got to be Barry Bannon. Never turned up against us, but he's carried them for ages. Yeah. That's fair. Both comments are very fair. On to the Saints, who are marching in. Southampton started off similar to Sheffield United, really. Very disappointing start to the season and by their standards, or what they would have expected to be doing. And have recently picked up after sacking Will Still. So, who is Southampton's best player this season? Jord.
I've gone for Finn Azaz. He's got 12 starts for him. He's scored 6 goals, 2 assists. He's got 7.25 rating. He's a centre attacking mid. And in his last 5 games, he's averaged over 8. It shows in their upturning form, and he's been a part of the goals as well. He's been getting a lot of plaudits, I've seen. So yeah, he gets it for me in what it were probably hard to pick until 4 games ago, I'd say.
Okay, I think that's fair. Lee, any difference on Finn Azaz?
Yeah, I've gone for Adam Armstrong. 7 goals, 3 assists. Started 15 of the 18 games. He's the top scorer. He's also he's top with assists. He's a pacey poacher. He can play wider or off the front if he needs to, and he's a good finisher.
Both strong cases. I think Azaz is more of a stats piler than an impressive player, if that makes sense. But he's still getting the numbers. He gets the nod for me. Finn Azaz just gets in front because his numbers are so impressive.
Yeah,
I don't think he's always that impressive in the flesh, if I'm honest. And I don't know how he gets up to the so. But all that matters, it's like saying a team's crap to watch, but they always win. Ultimately, that's what matters. So they can flatter to deceive all they like, or they can just be poor and manage to get the numbers that they need to push their team on. So fair play to Finn Azaz. And I think, lads, that takes you to 3 apiece in terms of players picked. Moving on to the Potters. Sheffield United's opponents this weekend, Stoke City. What are we saying, boys? Lee, we'll come to you first.
Gone for Big Vic in the goals, Victor Johansson. 14 conceded this season, the lowest in the league. Stoke City. It's so Sober Thomas has got to be close with it, but this guy's a fantastic keeper. We'd have been happy to have him. I'm glad we've got Michael Cooper, but there were talk of Victor Johansson, and he's a very good keeper. He's also very good with his defence. He's always talking. You see him on the edge of his box. He's comfortable with his feet. He's a modern day goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think he's great. I'm a really big Victor Johansson fan. As I say, Michael Cooper's my boy. I love Michael Cooper, and I still hold fast that he will, when 100% fit, I rank him as the best in the division, and I think he'll come good for Sheffield United again. I've no doubts about it. But would you complain if Victor Johansson were the one we'd have brought in instead? No, you wouldn't, because I think he's been a brilliant addition for Stoke City, and I think he's a huge part of why they are so high. George, are you saying the same? What are you saying on this one?
No, I've gone different, but I think Victor Johansson's a great shout. I never even thought to include a keeper, which is ridiculous.
You wouldn't normally, though, mate.
No, you wouldn't.
So influential.
He is this one apart from Michael Cooper, but I think Victor Johansson's form this season has been better than Michael Cooper, unfortunately. He's a great keeper, and when we were linked to him before he signed for Stoke, I was fuming that he'd gone to Stoke over us. I know there were probably more money. They were willing to pay more money than what we were, but yeah, Victor Johansson, must sign him. So yeah, Lee, great shout with him. But I've gone for Sober Thomas. Plays off at left wing, 18 starts, again, ever present. He's been available. He's got 7 goals and 5 assists from that, which I think is a great return. He's got a 7.32 rating. He scored 2 in his last game that he played. They looked like crosses, but they went in. And I think he's just crucial to Stoke's attacking lineup. I think without him, they probably are a little bit poorer. He gets ball that wing. He likes to have a run at his man, and he gets ball into the box, which allows strikers to get on under it. And like I say, he's been crucial for him. So yeah, he got it for me.
he's been an unbelievable signing for Stoke. I think he's got to be up there with one of the best signings of the season. And to be honest, I haven't even swung that way tonight. I've gone with Victor Johansson, but I think Sorba Thomas deserves a shout as well. Victor Johansson, for all the reasons that we've already said, I think he's an absolutely fantastic goalkeeper at the level. I was on a Stoke podcast today, and they were telling me about Victor Johansson last season. When you look at his stats alone, XG and XG faced and all that blah blah blah, he should have conceded 20 more goals than he did last season.
Wow.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ludicrous. So they obviously rely heavily on him, and that's probably goes some way towards why they are where they are. And we're obviously it's going to be tough for United to keep up their 3 goals a game record on Saturday, but we're certainly going to try. Moving on to one of the more disappointing sides this season, it has to be said, Swansea City. I don't really know what's happened to the Swans this year, but they are starting to sink. Lads, what are we saying about Swansea? Lee, who have you gone for, pal?
I've gone for the Sheffield United linked Ethan Galbraith, who we looked at allegedly from Leyton Orient in the summer.
Galbraith Yourself. I remember having as my thumbnail for that one.
Did. Yes, you did.
And you know a little bit about Ethan Galbraith, having heavy links to Orient as a family, don't you, pal?
Yes, we do. Exceptional player, like my uncle told us when we got in touch with him to get the information about him. Just play anywhere. Just a technically gifted footballer, fantastic range of passing, great work ethic. And already this season he's played in 4 positions: right back, defensive midfield, behind the front man, central midfield. I mean, I've got him down on my list here as utility because he's that good, they can put him in to plug gaps.
Yeah.
So just a fantastic footballer, really good footballer. I think he's Man United as well, ex-Man United as a kid.
Yeah, he came through their youth system. Yeah. I don't know if he actually, he might have captained their youth team as well.
Okay.
Yeah, looks a very good player, to be fair. But again, I was told you can't have Hellick in a side who's played defence when a team's doing so poorly in the league. So I'm not sure that'll...
He's played more games. He's only played 1 game at right back.
Oh, well, so...
The rest being in midfield.
All right, so you're just trying to basically use the stats to pad it out, aren't you, really, in terms of...
I am, yes, Jim.
All right,
You're exactly right.
Okay. Johnny boy, what are you saying, pal?
I've gone for Zan Vipotnik, is he Slovenian or Slovakia? I think it's Slovenian striker. He's only had 11 starts. He's scored 7 goals in that.
I was really impressed when I looked at that record. Really impressed. Really impressed when I saw that record in such a struggling side.
And that's it. They are a struggling team, and I just think he stands out. I know I've tried not to with some of the teams go for the strikers because it's easy to do, but I just thought in a very, very poor team, he gets it with me, especially on having 11 starts and getting 7 goals in that 11 starts. I think that's a great return, and he's got noticed by Slovenian national team as well. He's become an international striker from that. So he's, I don't think he's doing too bad. He's only 23, so he's another one that could potentially have a decent, even if it's only a championship career, but have a decent career ahead of him. So yeah, he got the nod for me.
Lee?
To be fair, George, if you scored 3 at 5 aside, you'd get noticed by Slovenian national team, wouldn't you? Let's be right.
Thought you were going to give us a back-to-back Slovenian national team then, Lee.
There you go, George. He's available.
Yeah, nice one.
We were a bingo caller, weren't you, Lee, before we joined Swansea?
Yeah, it was, yeah. At the Slovenian
in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Moi bingo. Biggest bingo hall in Catalonia.
Moi bingo, that was it. Moi bingo. Chuffing hell. He's got the biggest hands by measurement across Europe.
Any international goalkeeper.
So, lads, currently with Victor Johansson taking Lee into a 4-3 lead, this is the last one that you dispute. This one. And I have, not because of that, it hasn't been to even it out, but I have gone for Jan Vipotnik just because of that record, really. I don't doubt that Galbraith has done well with his versatility, but it takes you to 4-4, lads. And that is the scores on the doors, because the last 3 teams, we all agree on the players. And I'm having to sort of speed us up a little bit. Russ has been patiently waiting for us for over an hour. So I am conscious that, he's just falling asleep there. Russ. He's awake now. He's awake. So get to the last 3 teams. Well done, lads, on your split decision making there. I think it's about right as well what some of the players that we've come to. The third from last team we're going to talk about is Watford, the Hornets. Lads, we'll say, Lee, who have you both gone for from Watford? And if you've been paying attention to the Blades Ramble, you will know who we're picking here.
Yeah, by far the best playmaking midfielder in this league is this season is class. And they moved him a bit further forward this year. I honestly believe it. They moved him a bit further forward. 6 goals, 4 assists. He's only missed 3 games because he got a red card. The bloke's fantastic. Super creative. Lovely player. He don't mind a tackle neither.
He's the highest. He's the highest rated. He's the highest rated in the championship this season.
Oh, he is, yeah.
He said Imran Loser.
Oh, did you say it?
You said it.
Sorry, I didn't hear you say the name. Imran Loser. What a player! What a player this boy is. And to be honest, he's another one. A little bit like we said about Josh Sargent. He gets in any side in this league. He's that good. Yeah. And any promoted side, I would suspect, will be all over him next summer because Watford won't be anywhere near to it. If we can get anywhere near them playoffs, I would love. I think we have got a bit of a lighter version in Gyro in terms of some of the stuff that he can do. I saw him more as a defensive player, but listening to those stats that you've said, like against us, he played deep and he played well. But he was a playmaker from deep. But from his stats, getting 6 goals and 4 assists, he's clearly playing a lot further forward, as you've said. So. Yeah, Imran Loser, absolute slam dunk of a pick. Let's get some comments before we go to the last 2. Let's have a look. Stoke Victor Johansson says Mark Meldrew, Sorba Thomas for Dave Morwood, Sorba Thomas for Lou for Stoke, having a fantastic season, capable of spectacular. Ian goes Sorba Thomas, so a lot agreeing with George there rather than me and Lee. Hard lines, I'm picking.
I'll take it as a win then,
You can do, yeah. Lou says the naughty up top. We need to be careful at the weekend. Manoff and Shamadou can do a bit as well. Yeah, Shamadou is a decent player. Sorba Thomas wasn't great for a while, but he's found his home in Stoke. Need to keep an eye on him on Saturday. Swans, Ethan Galbraith, says Ian.
You missed your chance there, Jim, by the way.
Say again?
Shamadou. You missed your chance. Shamadou, do.
No.
Push behind apple, shake the tree.
No.
You did. Well, you were singing him earlier, so I'll join in.
Right, I'm going to clip that bit there, actually. Vipotnik for Mark Meldrew, Galbraith for Dave Morwood. Lee picked Galbraith. He didn't want to say George's pick. Can't pronounce Vipotnik. Watford, it's got to be loser, says Ian. Watford winner is a loser, says Dave Mott. Nice. Lou says Watford, Imran Loser. Like watching Silk play football, oozes class. Mark Meldrew's ridiculously gone for Lloyd Doyley. Bry says, why is there a symbol of a moose when they're called Hornets? Yes, it's a good question. It's a very good question. I'm not sure. But Imran Loser wins for Watford with the moose as their badge. Moving on to the penultimate side we're going to discuss today. It is the boing, baggies, West Bromwich Albion. And again, a player that we agree on and I think has been a standout for them this season. Jord, who are we talking about for West Brom?
We've gone for Isaac Price. He's only a 22-year-old lad. He's an attacking midfielder. Got an absolutely bright future ahead of himself. He stands out in this team. 18 starts. He's been ever present and available. 5 goals, 2 assists from that position as well. He's looking like a really, really talented young lad, isn't he?
Yeah, agree. Lee, what's your thoughts on Isaac?
Exactly what Jordan said. Is he on loan from Brighton? Somebody like that. Someone like that. I think he's on loan, isn't he?
Is it?
Price.
I thought it was theirs.
I thought it was their player.
Let's have a quick look. Fantastic player. He plays for Northern Ireland as well, doesn't he? Good player.
Yeah, he's a West Brom player.
Is it? All right. I thought it was on loan. He's from Pontefract.
Is he? Just down the road from me, that. Oh, he is. Price was born in Ponty, raised in Normie. That's about 5 miles from me.
One of your own, Jim. One of your own.
One of our own. He's Isaac Price. Right. So Isaac Price, I don't think you'll get any major kickback on that one. I'm going to kick you back on your choice for this one, though. Disney FC, Wrexham. Lee, who have you both gone for Wrexham?
Well, I didn't want to, but then I couldn't put the other one in.
No, I know. No, but I think there's a third. There's a third that you've not gone for.
Well, it's irrelevant then, isn't it? So it's
injured midfielder, George, as you're trying to think about it.
Oh, yeah, but he's not really done it, O'Brien, this year.
Oh, he has. Look, Jod, what's his stats on FOTMob, Jod?
I ain't got my phone next to me. It kept vibrating, so I chucked it away because it was doing
All
me
right,
head in. So.
fair enough.
So I've gone for Kiefer Moore. 7 goals, 1 assist, top rated, top scorer, archetypal target man, holds up play, brings teammates into the game. It's a brilliant signing for Wrexham, to be fair. It didn't really work out for him with us. We didn't really play to his strengths. So, yeah, it's a good signing for them.
It is a good signing for them, and he's done really well for him. I can't dispute. And I've nothing against Keith, nothing against him at all.
You liked him, didn't you? You and your dad,
I really
liked him.
Yeah, me and my dad liked him. He was one of the few players that we agreed on. We also agree on Lewis O'Brien, and I would say Lewis O'Brien is their best player this season. I think he's been a huge difference maker for them. But you can't argue with the impact that Kiefer Moore has had in a Wrexham shirt this season. Jord, I assume similar reasons to Lee.
Yeah, we as soon as our season started, even though I were one of them who were like, it's a great deal, we've got to take it. We missed him. We missed that presence. And if he'd have been playing like he has done at Wrexham,
we've been scratching around for a number 9, haven't we?
Yeah, and he's the number 9 that we've missed, and we had him. But I get why we did the deal, but yeah, he's had a great start for them. He's what did they pay? £2 million, 1.5–2 million quid.
2 mil.
Yeah, he's paying probably on 35 grand a week. But he's proven his worth for him, and he's a big number 9 that he wins them headers, he holds ball up, he gets into the box. He's a nuisance.
Yeah.
So, Lewis O'Brien, Jim. Lewis O'Brien?
Yeah.
13 starts in 16 games, 3 goals, 2 assists. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see that, can you?
I can't.
That's his heat map, his stats wheel.
Yeah. Okay. What's that? A 7.1?
Yeah.
So he's played well.
He's
but not well enough to beat Kiefer.
All right. Okay. You're blinded by goals.
Two player matches as well for him.
Some lads are just blinded by goals. If we're being completely transparent, it might even be Josh Windass, mightn't it? But we can't. Yeah. We definitely can't.
That's
say
the
that.
other one. That's the other one.
I know it was the other one. I know it was.
I didn't want to celebrate. That's the problem. I didn't want to celebrate anything about it. We just move on, don't we?
Mind you, he did walk out of their club for note, didn't he? When he's, they could have got him a transfer fee and all sorts. So, Ben Sheaf says Ian for his Wrexham shout. Lou says West Brom. I test bias on this one. Mikey Johnston. Love watching him play. Would have him if Gus left. Lovely player to watch. Dave Morwood says Price for West Brom. Isaac Price from Mark Meldrew. Wrexham Deadpool says Dave Morwood. Lewis O'Brien says Mark Meldrew, who's clearly got an eye for a player. Lou says made a mistake. Sheffield United's best player is Patrick Bamford. How could we forget? Bamford is a rambler. 2 right ears. And somebody else who's a rambler who's been very patiently waiting for us to wrap up this portion of the show. Thank you, lads, for that. Really enjoyed it. Thank you for everybody in the comments that's joined in with us. But I'm now going to welcome in our Platinum Rambler representative as we shift into our predictions portion of the show. It's Russ. How's it going, pal?
Not so bad, thank you. Yeah,
sorry to keep you waiting so long.
Waiting for it, and I actually did a little bit of a list of my own earlier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but you guys didn't do what I did. You went alphabetical, and I went top to bottom.
All right.
My eyes started crossing halfway down, so I just bailed out.
Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. What did you think?
I agree with both of them.
Yeah.
I did have a little. I have to say, I did use FOTMob. So.
Yeah, well, cheats do that, Russ.
He's another football genius.
I'm only joking. I won't have a clue, to be honest. I'm just going off reputation of days gone by. So, yes. Right. So, Lee, it's over to you. You are the commander of the Predictions League. If you want to let us know while I try and find the predictions that I sent to you before, because I cannot remember. So, see you in a minute.
So, last week we had Louis on as the Rambler, and so the first game was Leicester Sheffield United. In fact, I won't go through games. I'll just give you the results. So last week, Jimmy got 3 points.
Go on, then.
His best week ever.
Is that it?
Man Mountain, he got 2 points. I only got 2 points. Yes. Jordan had a good week. He got a correct score, which was Stockport Barnsley. So he got 3 points for that, but 4 points overall. And Louis did well for the Ramblers. He got 3 points. All 1-pointers. And the leaderboard is Paul Man Mountain is at the bottom.
That's
Yeah,
why he's not here this week. That's why he's not here this week.
Can't
He's
face up
embarrassed.
to it, can he? Can't face the music.
No, he's embarrassed.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Jim is in second bottom, fourth. We'll call it fourth. We'll call it fourth.
I thought I was third.
At least
Jordan's third with 17.
He's got off at bottom, hasn't he? He's got off at bottom. He's not there on goal difference anymore, so it's all right.
So then the Ramblers the second.
Should we not rearrange the screens in order of the league?
No, we shouldn't, Russ.
Jim would be at bottom.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, to be fair, it's not far because Man Mountain's off at screen. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Where is he down there?
So get to finish saying where you are in the league. Yeah, okay, come on.
So the Ramblers are in second place on 19, and I am still on top with 24.
Yeah, we have to name the numbers as well that we've got as well, don't we? When you're so far in front. Okay, so well done, Lee. Well done, Lee. Massively further in front than everybody else. No, to be fair,
Start calling him Coventry Lee.
I know.
Not boldly. He's like Coventry so far in front.
Yeah, absolutely right. So, what's the crack this week then, Lee?
Okay, so week 9, we're going to go. The first game is Leeds v Liverpool, and we're going to go with our guest Russ first because I haven't got your score, Russ, so I'm going to need that off you. Leeds versus Liverpool. What's your score?
It's 2-2.
Oh,
Desmond.
Yeah, my thinking is on that one because I have notes. You see, it's an age thing. Don't worry. No, I mean I watched Leeds against Chelsea. And they really played well.
Yeah.
Got crowd behind them, etc. Leeds' home record's better than Liverpool's away record as well. They were not so good in the week, so I think 2-2.
Okay.
So Paul, who's not here, has gone 2-1 to Liverpool. Jim.
Yeah.
I went with the same as Russ, and mine are already submitted, so people know that, as are all of our hosts' results are already submitted, so we're not being swayed by anybody, but I also went 2-2 for Leeds and Liverpool.
Jordan?
Great minds, Russ. Great minds.
I've gone 1-1.
Yeah, and I've gone 3-1 Liverpool.
Ooh.
Interesting. So, just before we carry on, Lou says, Russ repping the positive ones, the newest member of the 6PB. Yes, he's been officially initiated. Mark Meldrew says Leeds 1-1. And
same as Jordan.
As well as go on, Russ. So there you go. So
nice
one. So what's next up then, Lee?
Jordan, have you been conferring with Mark Meldrew with these scores? Because he's gone 1-1, same as you. I know you're friends.
Yeah,
Good mates.
I think this waits for me to say something like you were doing with them players earlier, and just decides to copy me. Copy me.
I like what Jimmy does. Like Jimmy does when people think it. Yeah.
I think that's it.
So second game was Southampton versus Birmingham. Paul's gone 2-1 to Southampton. Russ?
2-1 Southampton. Yeah, I think both clubs are going well. But Birmingham, they're poor away, so don't see them getting anything.
Jim?
Good logic. I've gone 3-1 Southampton. Come on, the correct scores.
Jordan?
I've gone 2-0 Southampton.
And I've gone 2-1 Southampton.
Okay. Wise man.
Right. So we need a correct score there, don't we? Okay.
So the next one is my pick of the game is Ipswich v Coventry. And Man Mountain's gone 1-1. Russ?
3-1 to Coventry. Ipswich, they're poor at home. I can't see Coventry having much problem.
I disagree. I think this is the game where they start to fall a little bit. They've been playing so well, and I do think it's got to catch up to them eventually. I've gone 2-1 Ipswich because I have to mix it up and take a risk when I'm at the back. So we need to pull it back a little bit. 2-1 Ipswich.
Jordan?
Disagree, Jim. I've gone 2-1 Cov.
That's fair.
And I've gone for a Desmond.
Have you?
Oh,
I've gone for a 2-2. So I think there's going to be goals in the game. I think there's going to be plenty of goals in that.
So let's just get some people. Mark saying, sorry, he meant to call you Pete, Russ. He also says, tell Alex Brooker to pipe down.
Is he on car?
2-0 Southampton, says Ian. 2-1 Southampton, says Mark Meldrew. Narrowed the prediction league title race by a point. It's a marathon, not a sprint, says Lou. 2-1 Cov, says Mark Meldrew. 1-1, says Ian. 3-0 Cov, says Bry. And Mark, you're on your last leg. Nice. Oh dear.
So our fourth game is Jordan's pick, which is Chesterfield versus Doncaster. So Paul's gone 1-1. Russ?
2-1 to Doncaster. The delta between them is nine places, isn't it? But I just think Donny's League One quality should just see him through. Flecky's not playing. Flecky's injured. So there you go.
I think he got injured, didn't he? On Derby game when we saw him in Panenka. I think he's injured his elbow.
Old arm injury. I love how Russ says as well. Obviously, you know, lads, that there's 9 places between them. Don't ever assume that I know that, Russ, because I don't. I didn't know that. I've gone for I've gone for 1 apiece, 1-1. Chesney and Donny, and I'm also impressed that Lee didn't scoff when he had to announce Chesterfield. So
no problem. I live close to it. A lot of fans around here. No problem at all with that.
If they want a selfie, you know where to find him.
So I think I said Paul's gone 1-1 as well, Jim, same as you. Jordan, what you gone?
I've gone 1-0 Donny, Billy Sharp to get the goal.
Go on, Billy.
And I've gone for a 2-1 Chesterfield win.
Wow.
Oof, I bet that hurt, didn't it?
Just want to see good football, lads. Moving on. So the last game is picked by Russ, and Russ has gone for Preston v Wrexham. Paul's gone for 1-0 in this. Russ, what's your call?
1-1. I think Preston's had a solid start, haven't they?
Good start, yeah.
They probably punch in a little bit, but Wrexham, they're an away draw specialist, if you'll have a look. So I think, 1-1.
I don't like how much effort Russ is putting into this. It's supposed to be a laugh, whereas I actually feel like the Ramblers are going to start pulling away from me, and it's going to become between Lee and Ramblers now if they all start taking it so seriously. I'm hoping for
on the hands, mate. That's my problem.
I know. I'm hoping for a 3-1 Preston win, and I've gone with my heart rather than my head. So, Jord.
So, Man Mountain did go for 1-0. I don't know if I said that. So, Paul's gone for 1-0. Jordan?
I agree with Russ. And completely knew that Wrexham were draw specialists away from home.
See, wise man.
And I've gone with 1-1.
That's why he's a regular, because he blags it.
And I've gone for 2-1 Jebison double.
Ooh.
I tell you what, if that comes up, you can have double points.
Yeah, 2-1 to Preston for me. So that's the end of it. So hopefully by the time we come next week, I'll have stretched my lead.
Yes, let's hope so. Let's have a little look at everybody's final comments just in terms of where they think it'll go. Chesney 1, Donny 3, says Ian. Donny 1-0 against Chesterfield, says
Is he just copying everything I swear he's doing it on purpose.
No, mate, no. 2-0 Donny, says Bright. Preston are going to beat Wrexham 2-0, says Mark Meldrew. 0-0, says Ian. 2-1 Preston, says Bright. Sheila, voice of reason as always. Agree with Jim regarding Coventry. Like to see them pull back a little bit. 1-1 Wrexham. Have one loss since September the 18th, says Michael. Good stat. Wish I'd have known some stats before I started predicting. I think that's about it, lads, isn't it? Anything else we want to discuss before we go off? We've given it a marathon session tonight, over an hour and a half. Mark's just coming in with 1-0 to Alan Carr over Alex Brooker. For those that don't know, it's an ongoing war between Mark Meldrew, who Jord accuses of looking like Alan Carr, and Alex Brooker, who Mark accuses Jord of looking like as well. So there you go. It's a little bit of a...
It'll be more than 1-0 to me on Saturday, won't it, Mark? Because you'll last about 5 pints and I'll last double that. So we'll see.
Saturday. Wow, what's happening Saturday, Jord?
Oh yeah, do people not know it's Ramblers Christmas do?
Ramblers Christmas.
Do.
Russ, are you there?
Hopefully.
Possibly. Is that regardless of the result?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Regardless of the result, the result
Oh.
depends on whether we get an after party or not. But we'll be having a Christmas do come rain or shine, and we're going to be
Go on,
live
then.
streaming it on Behind the Ramble as well.
I'm in.
Good lad. Love to see it.
No, yeah,
So-
go on Saturday then if we're live streaming.
That'll just be Brett in background, I think, just necking it. Anyway, right. Thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. Russ, top job as well.
No problems.
Top Rambler. I
Enjoyed
love
it.
the fact that you're appearing more and more on screen. We'll have to get you an intro sorted before long. But thank you, lads, as well. As always, very much appreciated. But for now, I can't say. I need an intro. I need an exit, don't I, for this? We'll just
Catch you in a
say,
bit.
come on, you championship teams. Everyone, we love you all.
Come on, you Championship Ramblers.
Up the Ramble.
Up the Ramble, why not?
Ramble.
Why not?
Bamford.
Do.